People are starving, and they don't care. They don't care. That pisses me off to the highest fullest, knowing that these people do not care about the common man and woman in this country. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Politics. Heineken. Good conversation. I don't think you really get that whole concept. Politics. Heineken. Good conversation. I don't think you really get that whole concept. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Welcome to the Heineken Hour. On King Live. On King Live. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. 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 Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
Go calm, 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 go calm.
Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour with Conking Live.
Good morning, Tanya. What's going on, Tanya? Thank you for coming to and welcome to the show, Tanya. You're the first one in the room. What's going on, y'all? Well, as y'all know, well, you don't know. Let me change that. You don't know. You know, I have been sitting back watching certain things on YouTube for the last month. I've been watching people talk about, underage sexual intercourse. I've been watching people talk about raping situations. I've been watching all this nonsense for the last month or so. And only thing I get out of it, you have a whole lot of biased people who have sided with one side or the other side talking about this nonsense. But no one is really looking at it from an unbiased point of view. So I'm here this morning to give my unbiased point of view to all of this nonsense. You know, when we talk about the truth, do we really want to know the truth? As Black people, no, we don't. We rather go with a story, a half story, that makes someone look bad than to hear the entire truth. And for the last couple of days, I've been trying to get people attention to talk about this Marcus Dixon story. Because this Marcus Dixon story kind of covers all of this nonsense. It covers the underage teenagers having sex. It covers raping someone, being accused of raping someone, falsely accused of raping someone, that is. And it seems like no one want to pay attention to that story. You know, I've been listening to Armando, I've been listening to Suge, I've been listening to Johnny Blaze, Biz 101. I've been listening to all these people talk about these stories, these sexual inflated stories, but no one is telling the truth. Everybody giving you half truths. And the reason why they're giving you half truths, because they want to gain something from it. Either they want to gain a like, they want to gain a donation, they want to gain another sub, they want to gain something from this. And that's why they're giving you half truths. Now,
Damn, was I? I don't even think I don't know when my mic went out. So I'm not sure how long I've been talking without my mic being on. So let me make sure my mic is on first. All right. I don't even think I don't know when my. All right, so my mic is on. So let me start over again because I'm not sure when my mic went out. So if you didn't hear this already, let me repeat myself. I have been listening to a lot of people talk about these sexual behaviors on the internet for the last month. I've been listening to Suge, I've been listening to Johnny Blaze, I've been listening to Armando, I've been listening to Biz 101. And the only thing I've been getting is a whole lot of half truths. I've been getting a whole lot of biased opinions. I've been hearing a lot of fans who have sided with one side or the other side. So basically, there is no bias, there's no unbiased opinions to these stories. So I figured what I'll do this morning would put a unbiased opinion on these stories. So what I did was I went back and I researched the story, a guy by the name of Marcus Dixon from Georgia, from Rome, Georgia, Floyd County, back in 2003. His situation covers all these allegations that people have been putting forth on YouTube over the last month. When it comes to underage teenagers having sex, it covers that. When it comes to graping someone, falsely graping someone, it covers that. It covers a lot of things that these people have been talking about for the last month on YouTube. And I thought that story would fit in perfectly to describe what's going on in these sectors when people are talking about sexual behaviors. That case covers all of it. And it's very fascinating the way that case happened. Now, Marcus Dixon was an 18-year-old high school football athlete, all-star athlete, straight A student, had scholarship offers from Vanderbilt, Georgia, top schools. And it was ruined because someone made a false allegation against him. And this is where the BS 101 situation came in at, because I was listening to Mondo yesterday. He was reading a police report of the victim who gave the statement to the police officer. Now, where I blame Mondo for this, because Mondo is only putting out half the story. Like I say, he's putting out half the truth. You know, if you're going to put out a story about someone seriously raping someone, you got to put all the information out. You got to put the victim story statement out. You got to put the person that she's accused of that statement out. You got to put the entire thing out, the transcripts. You cannot just go out and put out half of a story. And the reason why, because Marcus Dixon they did the same thing to Marcus Dixon. Marcus Dixon was accused of raping a young lady who he had consensual sex with. She was 15 and he was 18. And this is why I say this story covers everything y'all been talking about. Now, the young lady, she was a white young lady. Now, race does plays a part in this. This is why I'm bringing race up, because race does plays a part in this story. But the young lady had sex with Marcus Dixon willingly, but because of her family and their views on race, she did not want to have a baby by a black man. And she didn't want her family to know she was having sex with a black man. So what she did, she made up a story saying that Marcus raped her. Graped her. And this is the part where I kind of like sympathize with Biz 101 a little bit, because what he's saying is the girl made the story up, what Armando read yesterday. And this is why I say it's very important to put the entire story out. Don't just put out half the story. Because that young lady in the Marcus Dixon situation, you could put out half the story and you would actually think that Marcus Dixon actually did what she said he did, which was rape her, assault her, and held her captive. Because that's basically what she accused Marcus Dixon of doing. So if you read the police report initially, what she stated, you'll say, damn, Marcus Dixon is a horrible person. Just by reading her side of the story. And that's why I said we need to be careful when we putting out these so-called half-truths. If you can't put out the entire story, don't put nothing out. Don't put nothing out at all. Because by putting out half the story, you're basically trying to convict someone of something that you do not know the whole story to. Now, I don't know Biz one-on-one. I don't know Armando. The only two people I really know is Johnny Blaze and Suge. The rest of these people, I don't know these people. So that's why I can talk unbiased about this situation. Because I have nothing to gain and nothing to lose from none of these people. But I caution everyone to sit back and read the entire story, not just part of the story. And I find it very, very irresponsible for anyone to put out half of a story. It's very irresponsible, especially as Black people, especially as a Black man. As a Black man, you should want the entire story to be out there. The entire story. To me, when you sit back as a Black man and accuse another Black man of doing something horrible, like raping someone, and you're only putting out half the story, you are doing more damage than a white man ever can do to a Black man. Because you are putting forth information that's half told. And everybody needs to be careful with that. Everybody needs to be careful with it. And I know this YouTube. And in YouTube, no one really cares about the truth. On YouTube, we only care about what we care about. We only care about pleasing our audience, giving our audience something to talk about. That's the only thing we care about. And that's the biggest problem with YouTube. We only care about certain things. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm trying to fix my sorry about that. I had to plug my phone in before it dies. But yeah, we only care about certain things. We don't care about the truth, really. And that's the part of YouTube. That's the vicious part of YouTube. We don't care about the truth. We will destroy someone's reputation over half-truths or over lies because we don't care. But then we'll turn around and we'll blame a white man for doing the same thing. This is why I feel like if you really don't want to tell the truth or be honest about something, don't put it out there. Don't put it out there. You know, I don't care about a view. See, I'm the type of person, I don't care about a view. I don't care about a donation. I don't care about a like. I care about the truth. I care about the people who I'm talking to. Let them understand that we need to understand that we need to stop hurting one another by telling half-truths. Stop doing that. Right, James. They only want to put out the victim side. You know, and we need to stop that. We need to stop it. We need to stop being hypocrites. Because if a white man was doing that, we'll be outraged. A white man persecuting a Black man on false allegations or half-truths. But we do it every day in these so-called Black sectors. We do it every day. We crucify another Black man over half-truths. Like I said, I'm not here to defend no one. I'm not defending Biz one-on-one. I'm not defending Suge. I'm not defending Armando. I'm not offending Johnny Blaze. I'm here to tell the truth. And all those brothers are wrong. All of them are wrong. Every last one of them. They're hypocrites and they're wrong. These are serious charges. This is not something you play with on YouTube. These are serious charges. I heard these people talk about underage people having sex. If you're 18, I heard Johnny Blaze say this. If you're 18 and 14, both of y'all in high school, so it's okay to have sex. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. Because if you're 18, you are a legal adult. If you 14, 15, you cannot consent to having sex with no one in most states. It's illegal. It's illegal. So when I hear people trying to justify an 18 or 19-year-old having sex with a 14 or 15-year-old, there is no justification to that. There is no justification whatsoever to that. The law states that if you're 18 and you're having sex with a 15-year-old or a 14-year-old, you're breaking the law. That's statutory rape. A 14 or 15-year-old cannot consent to having sex with nobody. Nobody. And we need to wake up and understand that. We need to get out of these these biased corners and understand that wrong is wrong and right is right. Ain't no such thing as being half right and half wrong. Yeah, actually, James, I think in that Marcus Dixon case, even after they found him not guilty of raping someone, they still got him for statutory rape. And they got him for statutory rape because of the age difference. He was 18 and she was 15. And that was like an enhancement charge in Georgia because of the difference. And they actually gave him time in jail. He did 15 months in jail on those charges before he actually appealed and won his appeal. But a lot of people don't understand the laws. We sit on YouTube and we become experts at the laws, but we really don't know the law. So people need to stop with the nonsense. All these guys are guilty of something. All these guys are guilty of putting out false information to make themselves look good. And I'm gonna bring up another person, Ills to the Street. When people try to get him a pass for being 20-something years old and having sexual intercourse with a 17-year-old because she was emancipated or whatever the case was. Well, he was wrong. He was morally wrong. He was morally wrong for doing that. But people try to get him a pass and say, oh, she was emancipated. She was 17. She was under 18 years old. Yes, she was legally able to consent, but still, why would you allow a 22, 23-year-old to be having sex with your 17-year-old daughter? That's morally wrong. I don't care how you look at it. And for the women, these women should be outraged over this. These women should be upset about this. But a lot of these women are so YouTube starstruck that they give these guys passes. They give these guys passes because they like those guys. So they don't see anything wrong with it. I find it amazing how we as Black people just ignore things sometimes. Even though it's legally and morally wrong, but we still give people passes. My thing is, if you can't call out the person that you follow for doing wrong, you have no right to call out anyone else. Anyone else. Bottom line. And that's what's wrong with the Black community today. We pick and choose who's right and who's wrong when all of it is wrong. When every last bit of it is wrong. And that's something we need to stop. If you can't call it the ones you like, you shouldn't be calling out anyone for the same behavior. Because I've been sitting back watching this play out, and I'm like, all these guys are demonstrating the same behavior, the same sexual behavior when it comes to minors. But everybody picking and choosing what side they want to be on. Where they do that at? Seriously, where do they do that at? Well, you can pick and choose who's right, who's wrong when all of them doing the same thing. If an 18-year-old man is having sex with a 14-year-old, no matter whose side you're on, he's wrong. He's totally wrong. If you got a 20-plus-year-old man having sex with a 17-year-old, it might be legal, but he's morally wrong. He's morally wrong because that 17-year-old is not even an adult technically yet. Not even an adult. Bottom line. There's a reason why they don't allow 17-year-olds to vote. There's a reason why they don't allow 17-year-olds to drink alcohol. There's a reason why there's a lot of things why they don't allow minors to do certain things, because their mind is not developed enough to make the right decisions about their life decisions. So when you're 22 years old or 23 years old, you shouldn't be dealing with a 17-year-old because that person is not mature enough for you. Bottom line. But in the world we live in, it's okay. It's okay for a 22 or 23-year-old to be having sex with a 17-year-old. In the black world, it's okay for a 19-year-old to impregnate a 15-year-old. In the black world, it's okay to have a sexual predator on your panel who went and groped a 17-year-old at the age of 25, 26-year-old. Why would you even be talking to a person who did something that's despicable? Somebody who's been charged and convicted of touching a 17-year-old who didn't want to be touched. But you, Johnny Blaze, still give this person a platform and you still talk about this person every day. If you don't care about a sexual predator, you shouldn't give that person no attention whatsoever. You should not be giving that person your platform for any reason. But that's what they do with the black community, though. Because that's what they want. They need the money, the likes, and the subscribers. And they'll do anything for it. They deal with sexual predators on a daily basis. You know, I was watching Johnny Blaze, one of his videos the other day, and Keep the Change. What's up, Lady Stell? Keep the Change. She said something that made a lot of sense. She said that she was leaving until that person was no longer on the platform. Then she'll be back. And that made a lot of sense. Because if you really feel that that person is a predator and that person should not be given no kind of airtime whatsoever, no kind of platform whatsoever, you shouldn't be talking to that person. If you feel that that person is a predator. But see, we get so embedded with these donations that we do anything for a donation. We'll sell our soul for a donation. And y'all need to understand this whole concept, man. Either you down with a pedophile or you're not down with a pedophile. You can't be half in and half out. You can't use them when you want to use them for donations and subs. And then you turn around 2 days later and say, well, I'm not down with that. But then you turn around again, and you're down with it again. Either you're in or you're out. Yeah, I noticed Keep the Change. She's fair-minded. And like I said, she is the type of person who's trying to keep her morals in check. Try to keep his morals in check too. But he's so embedded with the donations and the views that he don't know how to stay on one track. And when I seen Keep the Change do that the other day, she left because she did not like what was going on. I appreciate that. I saluted her on that. Because she's standing up for her, what she really believes in. She did not want to be involved with none of these so-called people who've been groping underage kids. You can't have it both ways. Right. She seems like a good and grounded person. You can't have it both ways. Some of these people try to have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. I'm sorry. You know, Suge, for instance, you know, I'm sorry. But what Suge did was illegal. It was illegal. He broke the law. It just so happened that the girl parents did not pursue any charges against him. 19 having sex with a 15-year-old, 18 having sex with a 14-year-old, that's illegal. I'm sorry, it's illegal. It is what it is. You cannot sit here and try to justify that behavior. And I've watched people, females and males, try to justify that behavior, and there is no justification to it. None whatsoever. But people don't get it. They really don't understand it. They don't try to get it. They don't try to understand it. Because the only thing they're interested in is donations, subs, and likes and views. That's it. That's the only thing they want. They're selling themselves out for material things. And that's sad. These are serious allegations. This is not something to play with. These are people's real lives that y'all talking about. Like I said, I don't know Biz 101, but my advice to Biz 101 is to shut the fuck up. You're talking too much. You don't have to prove nothing to these people. YouTube is undefeated. You're never going to win on YouTube when it comes to people and their opinions. Either they with you or they're against you. If they're against you, 9 times out of 10, there is no way you can convince those people to come back and believe what you're saying. No matter if it's true or not, there is no way you're going to get them to believe it. So you just need to shut the fuck up. Because the only thing you're doing is making it worse for yourself. That's all you're doing is making it worse for yourself. The more you talk, the more questions people ask. You're not going to win anyone over. I watched the guy, he was on Mondo's platform the other day, and he's up there trying to explain himself. He was explaining everything, but no one was listening to him because they don't care. You was in an unfriendly place where no one cares about it. No one cares about your opinion. No one cares about your side of the story. The only thing they want to hear is what Mondo is putting out, which is half the story. A police report that was initially taken by the victim. That's the only thing they want to hear. That's the only thing they're going to go off of. And like I said, going back to Marcus Dixon, if people just judged him off the initial police report, he would have been in prison for the rest of his life. If people just judged him off the initial police report, where the young lady said that she was raped and assaulted by him, which was all made up because she didn't want her parents to know that she was having sex with a black man. That's the reason why she made the story up from the get-go. Y'all go read the story. Go read the story. Marcus Dixon, 2003, star athlete out of Rome, Georgia. Go read that story. That story has so much in common with this Biz 101 story. And that's why I give Biz 101 the benefit of the doubt. Until you read all the information about Biz 101, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt until I get all the information. I'm not going to go off just of a one-sided victim statement to the police. Because I've seen this story before. I've seen a young lady make a statement against someone before where she accused this person of raping and assaulting her. And come to find out, it was false. Right. Hyping stuff up. And that's why I said we need to open our minds when we listen to these people. Think for yourself. Go read for yourself. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe no one else. Go read for yourself. Get your own information. All these people have some type of biased opinion, something to gain from their biased opinion. And that's the problem. That's the biggest problem. Like I said, I don't like playing in the mud anymore. So I try to get people to understand we can do better. We can treat people better. We can listen better. We can understand better. All y'all said is this is entertainment. All y'all said is this is just entertainment. Well, if this is entertainment, how can the hell can y'all destroy someone's lives over entertainment? People kills me when they say YouTube is just entertainment. No, this is not just freaking entertainment. Y'all sitting here trying to destroy people's real lives. That's not entertainment. I don't know what world y'all live in where you can be entertained by destroying somebody's real life. But to me, y'all are sick people if y'all think that's entertainment. That's crazy. No, when I see people lose their jobs over the internet and people say, oh, that's just entertainment. I'm just here for the entertainment. You just cost someone their livelihood. You just got someone fired. Or you just call someone's job. That's not entertainment. When you're accusing someone of raping someone, that's not entertainment. What is wrong with people, man? Some people are so sick. And it's like we all got mental issues. I'm going to be honest with you. If you think all this is entertainment, losing your job, calling people, saying people are raping someone, y'all got some mental issues up top. If y'all think that's just entertainment. Y'all really are sick in the head. I don't care what you say about yourselves. If you're sitting back laughing at this crap and thinking it's entertainment, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. I just don't. I really don't. You know, and that's why I say we all need to reevaluate ourselves sometimes. Look in the mirror ourselves and look what I'm doing on YouTube. What I'm doing, if I want to have fun, let's have fun. But when it comes to people jobs and accusing people of serious crimes, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a part of that. Because that's not entertainment to me. That's what we all should be doing. Reevaluating what is real entertainment. What is real content that you want to laugh at? It's one thing to go and find someone that you can laugh at where there is no harm being done. No one family is being harmed. That person's not being harmed. That person's reputation is not being harmed. But you're just laughing at that person. That's what you said. That's entertainment. But by these guys trying to destroy other people's lives, that's not entertainment. It's not. I know some of y'all might say, oh, you're a hypocrite. Yeah, I used to be involved with the crowd. I used to be involved with all this nonsense. I used to be. Then I woke up realizing talking about raping someone is not entertainment. Talking about having sex with underage kids is not entertainment. People's sexual behaviors is not entertainment, especially when it comes to harming kids, 14, 15-year-old girls. That's not entertainment. That's nothing to laugh at. You know, thank God that my kids didn't have kids as a teenager. Teenage pregnancy is something that we all should be trying to figure out what can we do to solve teenage pregnancy in this country, in the Black community especially. We shouldn't be sitting here laughing about it, making jokes about teenage pregnancy. Or some guy having sex with some underage girl. That's not entertainment. That's serious business. But that's what we do on YouTube for entertainment. We take teenagers having sex and we make a joke out of it for entertainment. We take some guy who's been accused of raping someone and make it out of entertainment. That's what we do on YouTube. and it's sick and pathetic. To me, it's very immature. And most of the people putting this content out are in their mid-40s and their 50s and their 60s. They know better. They should know better. Because they've been around long enough to see things that have happened in the past to know that this is not entertainment. But that's all I have to say on this subject. But like I said, I challenge everybody who've been talking about this Biz one-on-one situation, who've been talking about the Suge situation, who've been talking about the ears to the street situation. I challenge all y'all to go read that Marcus Dixon story from 2003. Go read that story. Go find out what that young man went through because someone made a false allegation against him after they're having consensual sex. Go read the story. I challenge every last one of y'all to read that story. And maybe y'all will wake up and understand that these allegations against some of these people on YouTube is nothing to play about. It's real life stuff, real life events. So until next time, I salute you all and y'all have a good day. People are starving and they don't care. They don't care. That pisses me off to the highest fullest, knowing that these people do not care about the common man and woman in this country.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Politics. Heineken. Good conversation. I don't think you really get that whole concept. Politics. Heineken. Good conversation. I don't think you really get that whole concept.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour.
Yeah.
On King Live.
Yeah. Yeah.
On King Live.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute. Let's get drunk. Salute, salute.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah.
King.
Welcome to the Heineken Hour. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
share, and
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Aye.
Go calm. Yeah. Go calm.